For a few hours on Saturday morning, President Cyril Ramaphosa could afford to let loose and immerse himself in the spectacle that was India's 70th Republic Day parade. But the reality of the challenges he faces at home quickly confronted him again as soon as the parade was done. Captains of industry questioned why there's no direct SAA flight between India and South Africa, a route the state-owned airline once had but squandered at the height of state capture, allegedly at the machinations of the Guptas.
I really don't know why this was ever cancelled and why the flight to Mumbai was persistently under attack to be taken away from SAA, but we will bring it back.
Well, he may say he doesn't know why and how SAA lost the route, but this coy dig at the Guptas suggests he has a pretty good idea.
Business people from India, to a large extent, excluding stuff that you may have read, people from India have really been outstanding business people. People who've come to South Africa to run businesses, not for rent-seeking purposes and not to run funny businesses.
And if by some chance he really didn't know what happened to the SAA route, his public enterprises minister was at hand with that detail.
There was a direct route. It was stolen. It was stolen from South Africa.
But the airline wasn't the only state business seen as a stumbling block to the ease of doing business between the two countries. In the days preceding, and indeed during President Ramaphosa's visit, defense procurement and Denel became real buzzwords here, which was curious given the troubled relationship South Africa's state arms firm has had with India's government over the past 15 years. After all, it was until late last year blacklisted from doing business with the Indian government. But as the bilateral engagements unraveled, it became clear that a deal of sorts is being hammered out that will see Denel become a player again in the Indian defense market. Details are, however, still being kept under wraps.
The Indian market is a very important market for Denel to enter, and the Indian government has very kindly worked with us to get rid of some of the historic problems that there were, and so we have a clear road ahead of us.
On Eskom, the president is reiterating that the power utility is, quote, too big to fail, and he's promising more action to shore it up as soon as he lands back in South Africa. Thulasizwe Semelane, New Delhi, India.